Hello friends, welcome back to Old Coins News. Today we are going to explore the hidden secrets of three interesting US $quarter coins, 1966, 1977, and 1987. Did you know that even these common coins can have surprising value? So make sure to watch the video till the end. Now, the 1966 quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first president of the United States. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, we see the left-facing portrait of George Washington. This design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and it has remained one of the most recognized coin designs in American history. Above Washington's head, the word Liberty is boldly inscribed, representing freedom and independence. To the left of his portrait, you will find the phrase, "In God We Trust," which reflects the nation's historical belief in faith and divine guidance. At the bottom of the coin, the year 1966 is clearly visible, marking the year this particular coin was minted. The simplicity and elegance of this design make it both classic and meaningful. Now, one of the most important aspects of the 1966 quarter dollar is its composition. Before 1965, quarters were made from 90% silver, which gave them intrinsic metal value in addition to their face value. However, during the early 1960s, the United States faced a serious coin shortage. People were hoarding silver coins because the value of silver was increasing, and this created problems in everyday commerce. To solve this issue, the U.S. government made a historic decision to remove silver from circulating coins. Starting in 1965, quarters, including the 1966 version, were produced using a copper-nickel-clad composition. This means that the coin has a pure copper core, covered by outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This change marked the beginning of modern coinage in the United States, and ended the long tradition of using precious metals in everyday coins. Another very interesting and unique feature of the 1966 quarter is the absence of a mint mark. Normally, U.S. coins carry a small letter indicating the mint where they were produced, such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, from 1965 to 1967, mint marks were intentionally removed from all coins. The government took this step to discourage coin collectors from hoarding coins based on mint location, which was contributing to the coin shortage. As a result, no matter where a 1966 quarter was minted, it will not have any mint mark. This makes these coins a bit different from others in the Washington Quarter series. Turning the coin over to the reverse side, we find a powerful and symbolic design. The central image is a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, representing strength, freedom, and the spirit of the United States. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing the nation's readiness to defend itself. Beneath the arrows, there are olive branches, which represent peace. This combination of arrows and olive branches shows the balance between war and peace. A nation that seeks peace, but is always prepared to protect its freedom. Above the eagle, the words United States of America are inscribed, forming a circular pattern. Just below that, we see the Latin phrase E pluribus unum. At the bottom of the coin, the denomination quarter dollar is clearly written. This reverse design, also created by John Flanagan, remained in use for many decades and became one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. When we talk about the mintage of the 1966 quarter, it is important to note that this coin was produced in very large numbers. Hundreds of millions of these coins were struck to meet the demands of circulation. Because of this high mintage, the 1966 quarter is generally considered a common coin, and it is still frequently found in circulation even today. However, this does not mean that all 1966 quarters are of low value. The condition of the coin plays a very important role in determining its worth. Coins that are heavily worn and circulated are usually worth only their face value of 25 cents. But coins that are in uncirculated condition with sharp details and no signs of wear, can be worth significantly more. High-grade coins, especially those graded MS65 or higher, are highly desirable among collectors. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting 1966 quarters is the possibility of finding error coins. During the minting process, mistakes can sometimes occur, and these errors can make a coin very rare and valuable. For example, you might come across a coin with a doubled die, where the design appears slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during the striking process. Other errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and coins struck on the wrong type of metal. These error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and their value can range from a few dollars to several hundred or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and condition of the error. The 1966 quarter also holds an important place in the history of American economics. It reflects a time when the country was dealing with rising metal prices, inflation, and changes in monetary policy. The decision to remove silver from coins was not just about saving money, but also about ensuring that coins remained available for everyday use. This makes the 1966 quarter a symbol of adaptation and change, showing how the United States responded to economic challenges. For collectors, the 1966 quarter is an essential part of any Washington quarter collection. It represents the transition from silver to clad coinage, and marks the beginning of a new era in U.S. minting history. Even though it may not contain silver, its historical significance makes it a valuable and meaningful piece. Many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of coins in hopes of finding a high-quality example or a rare error. In today's coin market, the value of a 1966 quarter depends largely on its condition and any unique features it may have. A typical circulated coin is usually worth its face value. An uncirculated coin might be worth a few dollars, while a high-grade specimen or an error coin can be worth much more. This is why it is always a good idea to carefully examine your coins and keep an eye out for anything unusual. The 1977 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first president of the United States. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the iconic left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design has remained one of the most recognizable coin portraits in the world. Above Washington's head, the word Liberty is clearly inscribed, symbolizing independence and national pride. To the left of the portrait, the phrase, "In God We Trust," appears, reflecting the country's historical faith and beliefs. At the bottom of the coin, the year 1977 is displayed, marking the year of minting. Depending on the coin, you may also find a mint mark, such as D for Denver, or no mint mark for Philadelphia, usually located near Washington's ponytail. Now let's talk about the composition of the 1977 quarter, which is very important for collectors. Unlike older quarters made before 1965, the 1977 quarter does not contain any silver. Instead, it is made from a copper-nickel clad composition. This means the coin has a core of pure copper, which is sandwiched between two outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition gives the coin its silver-like appearance while keeping production costs lower. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and has a diameter of about 24.3 millimeters. The edge of the coin is reeded, featuring small grooves that not only add to its design but also help prevent counterfeiting. Turning to the reverse side of the coin, we find a powerful and symbolic design that has become iconic in American coinage. At the center is a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, symbolizing strength, freedom, and national pride. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, representing the nation's readiness to defend itself. Beneath the arrows are olive branches, symbolizing peace. This combination reflects the balance between strength and peace, a nation prepared for defense but always striving for harmony. Above the eagle, the words United States of America are written in a circular form. Just below that, we see the Latin motto, E pluribus unum. At the bottom, the denomination quarter dollar is clearly inscribed. This reverse design, also created by John Flanagan, remained in use for many years and became a defining feature of the Washington Quarter series. In terms of mintage, the 1977 quarter was produced in large numbers at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Because of this high production, the coin is considered common and is still frequently found in circulation today. However, this does not mean it has no collectible value. The condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its worth. Circulated coins that show wear are usually worth their face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins with sharp details, original mint luster, and no signs of wear can be worth several dollars, especially if they are graded in high mint state conditions, such as MS65 or above. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting 1977 quarters is the possibility of finding error coins. Minting errors can make a coin rare and valuable. Some examples include double die errors, where the design appears slightly duplicated, off-center strikes, where the coin design is not properly aligned, and clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing due to a cutting error. These types of coins are highly sought after by collectors, and can sometimes sell for significantly higher prices depending on their rarity and condition. The 1977 quarter also reflects the economic and historical environment of its time. By the late 1970s, the United States had fully transitioned away from silver coinage, and the use of clad coins had become standard. This period was marked by economic challenges such as inflation, but also by stability in coin production. The consistent design and composition of the quarter during this time show how the U.S. Mint adapted to changing economic conditions while maintaining a sense of tradition and continuity. For collectors, the 1977 quarter is an important part of completing a Washington quarter collection. While it may not be rare, it represents a specific era in U.S. coinage history and helps tell the story of how American coins evolved over time. Collectors often search for high-quality examples or coins with unique features to add value to their collections. In today's coin market, the value of a 1977 quarter depends largely on its condition and any special characteristics it may have. A standard circulated coin is usually worth its face value. An uncirculated coin may be worth a few dollars, while coins with errors or exceptional quality can be worth much more. This makes coin collecting both exciting and rewarding, as even a common coin can sometimes turn out to be a hidden treasure. The 1987 P quarter belongs to the famous Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 in honor of George Washington, the first president of the United States. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This portrait has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. Above his head, the word liberty is inscribed in bold letters, symbolizing freedom and independence. To the left side of Washington's portrait, you will find the phrase, "In God We Trust," which reflects the nation's long-standing belief in faith. On the right side, just behind Washington's ponytail, you will see the small P mint mark, indicating that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. At the bottom of the coin, the year 1987 is clearly visible. Now let's talk about the composition of the 1987 P quarter, which is an important aspect for collectors. Like other quarters made after 1965, this coin is not made of silver. Instead, it is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure. The coin has a pure copper core, which is sandwiched between outer layers made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This gives the coin its silver-like appearance while keeping production costs lower. The weight of the coin is approximately 5.67 grams, and its diameter is about 24.3 millimeters. The edge of the coin is reeded, meaning it has small grooves all around it, which is a standard feature for U.S. quarters. Turning to the reverse side of the coin, we find the classic and powerful eagle design, also created by John Flanagan. In the center, there is a strong eagle with its wings spread wide, symbolizing freedom, strength, and the spirit of the United States. The eagle is perched on a bundle of arrows, representing the nation's readiness to defend itself, while below the arrows are olive branches, symbolizing peace. Above the eagle, the words United States of America are written in a circular form. Just beneath that, the Latin phrase e pluribus unum appears, which means out of many one, reflecting the unity of the states. At the bottom of the coin, the denomination $quarter is clearly inscribed. One of the most interesting facts about the 1987 P quarter is related to its mintage and availability. Unlike many other years, the 1987 quarters were not widely released into general circulation. Instead, most of these coins were produced specifically for mint sets sold to collectors. Because of this, it is relatively harder to find a 1987 P quarter in everyday pocket change compared to other years. This makes the coin slightly more special and desirable among collectors, especially in uncirculated condition. When it comes to value, the 1987 P quarter is generally worth its face value of 25 cents in circulated condition. However, because many of these coins were preserved in mint sets, high-quality uncirculated examples are more common. Even so, coins in excellent condition, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can be worth several dollars. If a coin has exceptional quality or unique characteristics, its value can increase further. Collectors often look for coins with strong details, no scratches, and original mint luster. Another exciting area for collectors is the possibility of error coins. Although not extremely common, some 1987 P quarters may have minting errors that make them valuable. These errors can include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or other unusual features. Error coins are highly sought after, and their value can range from a few dollars to much higher amounts depending on the rarity and condition of the error. The 1987 P quarter also represents an important period in modern U.S. coinage. By this time, the transition from silver to clad coins had already been fully established for over 2 decades. The coin reflects a stable period in American minting history where designs remained consistent and production techniques were highly advanced. It also comes just before a major change in U.S. coinage. Quarters. The introduction of the state quarters program in 1999, which brought new designs and increased public interest in coin collecting. For collectors, the 1987 P quarter is an important piece in completing a Washington quarter set. Its slightly lower circulation availability makes it more interesting, especially for those who enjoy searching through coins to find less common dates. Even though it is not made of precious metal, its historical context and collectible nature give it lasting value. In today's coin market, the value of a 1987 P quarter depends mainly on its condition and whether it has any special features. A worn coin is usually worth face value, while a bright, uncirculated coin can be worth a few dollars. High-grade coins or error coins can be worth significantly more. This is why it is always a good idea to carefully check your coins and keep an eye out for anything unusual or unique.